listening to the Fitness Matters podcast with Paula B, and this is episode number 34. You guys, every week I tell myself that I'm going to count up how many old episodes we have and start the new episode with whatever big number it is, with when I include all of the Let's Run podcasts and everything else. And I keep meaning to do that, and I keep not doing that. And it's kind of funny how that happens. But you guys, welcome to one of many, many, many episodes of the now newly renamed, not even all that new, the somewhat newly renamed Fitness Matters podcast, where we talk about the fitness matters that matter to you. And honestly, sometimes we talk about random stuff that doesn't matter to you at all. But today, I promise you this one matters. And we are talking about what you control. Dun, dun, dun. You guys, are you a control freak? I am. I 100% am. I love to try to control everything, every single little tiny thing, except the things that I don't want to control. And then I don't try and control them at all. And this is something that has been a gigantic source of frustration throughout my life. And I notice that it's something of a source of frustration for lots of us. And it's why I wanted to talk to you about this topic today. Knowing what you are in control of, and way more importantly, honestly, knowing what you are not in control of is probably one of the most important steps to being truly, truly happy. This concept today has very little practical advice. I do not have 3 steps for you. We're talking about a theory. We're talking about a way of thinking about things that in and of itself, even without practical steps, and here's, step 1, step 2, and step 3, that this is going to change your life. It might blow your mind. It also might not. It might be something that you have thought of before, but hopefully there will be something in our conversation today that you can take away that will really ease your mind and help you feel better. That is my goal for today. I know it's big, it's lofty. I set lofty goals, you guys. And today my goal is to help you feel better about your life. So let's go. So let's dive in. You guys, here is the incredibly short list of what you actually have control over. You have control over your thoughts, you control your feelings, you control your actions, and you control your results. Here's the much, much, much longer list of things that you do not control. And it's pretty much everything else in the world. You do not control other people. You do not control plagues, pestilence, and disease. You do not control other people. You do not control death. You do not control taxes. And did I mention that you do not have any control over other people? Their thoughts, their feelings, their actions, their results, what they do, what they say, how they do it, how they say it, when, where, and why they do what they do. Can you tell? Can you tell what I like to be in control of? You guys, I have spent, I'm going to say, a pretty good portion of my life trying to control other people. I mean, from the get-go, very early on, I learned that some of the things that I do can manipulate other people. And manipulating other people is a skill that we all have. Even though none of us really like that word manipulation, we can manipulate other people. We can coerce other people. We can, sometimes in the short term, control other people. But truly, in the grand scheme of things, we do not control other people. And maybe even more importantly, the things that we do control, we often don't want to be in control of them. We often abdicate control of our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, and our results to, if not specifically other people, then to things or circumstances or society or the way of the world. We let go of the things that we do control, and we try to grasp on to the things that we don't. And this, my friends, is absolutely a recipe for being miserable. But that's why we're going to talk about it today. I don't want you to be miserable anymore. I don't want you to be frustrated. I don't want you to be angry or unhappy or upset any more than necessary. Let's say that. Because you know what? Even when you understand this concept of what you control and what you don't control, it's not going to make you happy all the time. It's not going to be like, oh, now the entire world is perfect. The world is not perfect. The world has plenty of imperfections, plenty of sadness and anger and frustration, but also maybe more happiness than you realize, maybe more peace than you realize, maybe more relaxation than you currently have. So let's talk about what you don't control. Specifically, let's talk about other people. And not like in a gossipy way, even though that totally sounded like it when I just said it like that just now. Let's talk about other people. Here's the thing about other people. Other people can do anything. And you've probably noticed it. Other people do anything, whatever they want to do. Other people can lie to you. Other people can steal from you. Other people can run red lights. Other people can park really badly. Other people can put the toilet paper on wrong. Other people can do anything. And it can feel super, super frustrating. And we can want to control them for their super, super frustrating actions and thoughts and behaviors and things that they do. But we are not actually in control of that. But here's why this is great news. This is actually fantastic news. And I know that maybe sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but here's why it's great news. If other people can do anything, so can you. Isn't that amazing? I know, it's not really a new thought, but it might feel like it. When you realize that you actually are in control of your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your results, it can change how you think about those things. Because so often, I mean, this is a phrase that I see and hear just constantly with, he made me so mad. I got so angry at the scale this morning. Society is to blame for how I feel about whatever, I can't even finish that sentence. Whatever it is that you think you feel a certain way about. My friends, you are actually in control of your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your results. Other people can do whatever they want, but they can't actually control any part of you. And I know that that's actually probably the most difficult part of this two-way equation. I mean, I kind of joke that the difficult part is not controlling other people or other things in the world. But honestly, the part that's going to make you happy today, the thing that's going to change your life today and moving forward, is realizing how much control you have over yourself. And that is a double-edged sword. It is something that carries some responsibility with it. And here's what happens. We abdicate our control of our feelings mostly. I mean, truly, our feelings are the things that we give away to any which person, any which thing, any which anything. We give away the responsibility of our feelings to things going on in the world. Things that we read in the newspaper, things that we see on the news, people that we live with, people that we don't live with, people out in the world. We give away the control of our feelings to almost anything except ourselves. And as we discussed a couple weeks ago, your feelings are super, super important. I mean, like super important. Your feelings drive your actions. Your actions drive your results. I mean, when you take control of your feelings, and I don't mean control like stuffing them down or never feeling them. I mean control like responsibility. When you bring your feelings to you and you say, I can feel however I want. I can feel anything, no matter what is going on in the world, no matter what somebody else does, no matter what. That's a lot of responsibility. Honestly, it is. But it's also, my friend, it is freedom. It is freedom from feeling like a victim of circumstances or other people or situations. It is freedom from feeling like you are beholden to other people or other situations or other things. You might want to be beholden to other people. You might want to have certain feelings, but it's within your control. How do you control your feelings, my friends? Not by stuffing them down. We talked about that last week. I'm going to have links to both of those. I mean, this is not really intended to be like a series of podcasts, other than all the podcasts are kind of related to one another in lots of different ways. But the last couple of weeks, we've been kind of building up to this. Last week when we were talking about our feelings and how to feel them. 2 weeks ago when we were talking about how your thoughts are, in a very real sense, the center of your universe, about how your thoughts create your feelings. And so let's walk through a scenario where something happens and you think that it's something outside of you that is creating your emotions. Here's something I hear constantly. I hate the scale. I don't get on the scale because the scale makes me mad. My friends, do you realize that you are giving a piece of metal and plastic responsibility for your emotions? And when you give something else responsibility and control of your emotions, it means that the scale could therefore drive your actions and your results. Do you think the scale cares at all about your actions or results? No, the scale is a piece of machinery. And yet you voluntarily give away your most powerful asset. I mean, well, I'm going to argue with myself on that one. I don't know which one is the most powerful asset, your thoughts or your feelings. I think your thoughts and feelings are tied for the most important asset that you own, that you are in control of. Because your thoughts control your feelings and your feelings control what you do. What happens when you step on the scale? You don't notice it. And this is the piece of the puzzle that I want you to start noticing. What happens when you step on the scale is you have a thought. The number is just a number. It is absolutely not a measure of your self-worth. It is not taunting you. And even if it was, it would not have control over what you feel. What controls what you feel is the thought that you think. When you step on the scale, you probably think lots of things. And I'm not going to try and put words in your mouth, but sometimes when I was unhappy with my weight, sometimes I would think things like, oh, I'm so fat. Why do I even bother? This is ridiculous. Oh, I hate that. I would think nothing pleasant, certainly. Nothing helpful, nothing that generated any kind of good feeling. And my friends, when you generate negative feelings, you generate negative action. You get negative results. Not necessarily negative like you're losing weight, but you get negative, bad, not what you are looking for, results. It is your responsibility to control what you think and therefore what you feel. And here's the thing, specifically in the case of the scale, you can think anything. Did you know that there are people who get on the scale who are like, oh, how about that? Did you know that there are people who get on the scale who are like, well, that's an interesting number. There are people who get on the scale and don't think anything bad about themselves or the world or the way life is going. Crazy, right? And here's the thing. I know it feels like maybe that thought is out of your control too. I mean, you step on the scale and you think this thought and it comes to you out of the blue. It comes to you like it was meant for you, like it was handed to you on a silver platter. But that's just your brain, my friend. Your brain is always going to hand you this thought that you have thought before. This thought that is one of probably an infinite number of possibilities. You think things, as we have talked about in other episodes, you think things because you've thought them before. Not because it's true, not because it's a fact that you are lazy or bad or terrible at getting what you want or any of the negative things that you think about yourself when you hop on the scale. Those are simply thoughts that you've had before, that your brain has gotten really efficient at. Your brain has a menu of thousands of thoughts that it would be capable of thinking. You can, on purpose, think any one of the things, any one of them. It's up to you to choose which thought you think. And I know that might feel difficult. This might be the first time that you're kind of bumping up against this, other than in theory. We've talked about facts versus opinions in the episode Facts versus Opinions. We've talked about changing your old thoughts in the episode Old Thoughts. There are links to both of those in case you haven't listened to them. But here's the thing. When you have thoughts that you aren't noticing, they're generating your feelings. You are actually responsible for both of those. You are actually in control of both of those. And then when you think a thought that generates a feeling that feels good, then you go off and you have good actions that generate good results. When you take back control of your thoughts, your feelings, I don't think most of us give away control of our actions. I feel like most of us do feel like we are more or less in control of our actions, but sometimes we give that away too. Sometimes we give away responsibility. Oh, I found myself eating. Oh, I couldn't help myself from over-exercising. Oh, I felt like I needed to push. I felt like I didn't want to rest today. You are in control of the things that you do. And as we have discussed, the way that you control the things you do isn't just by telling yourself, I'm going to do such and such. It's by controlling your thoughts, which causes your feelings, and then your feelings cause your actions. So in an indirect way, you are in control of your actions. We think that it's so much more direct, but it's actually that indirect. And then that means that you are in control of your results. This one, I think we give this one away a lot too. Well, I guess things are just going to happen or they're not. Well, I guess we'll just see what comes of this. When you think thoughts that are serving you, you will create feelings that generate actions that give you results that you want. Now, I will caution you. Sometimes those results aren't going to come as fast as you want. Sometimes those results aren't going to come the way you want. You're not in control of how you get the results necessarily, but you are in control of getting results. And I know that this one can be tricky for you too. If you're losing weight right now, you might think, no, I'm not in control of this. My body is going to do what it's going to do. And I have certainly told you that before. I tell you that all the time. But here's what I mean. You are in control of losing weight. You're not in control of how fast you lose weight. You're not in control of where you lose weight from. You're not in control of how your body loses the weight. But you are in control of losing weight or not. Because, my friends, of the things you think, which creates your feelings, which creates your actions, which therefore gets you results. I know that one's probably the trickiest part because we feel like things are out of our control, beyond our control, the responsibility of other people or other things or circumstances. But when you take control of the things you are in control of, and when you let go of control of the things that you are not in control of, death, taxes, disease, other people's actions, other people's thoughts, other people's feelings. My friend, this can be the key to your happiness. Now here's the thing. I'm going to leave it at this. There's a lot more we could say about this, a lot more nuances, a lot more examples. This is something that affects every single thing you do, every interaction you have with other people and the world around you. But I want you to get this little nugget first before we talk about too much more. Understanding what you control and what you don't, it is the key to feeling better. And I'm super, super curious because I always want to hear from you. You can leave a comment wherever you watch or listen, whatever. I would love to know what you think you're in control of that you're not. Or vice versa, what you've been abdicating control of that you are going to start taking the reins back, that you are going to start controlling for yourself. I would love to know. You guys, thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you again soon.